real is this? How real is this? Respect this here. Check. I'm from where the hammer's rung, news cameras never come. You and your man's hung in every verse in your rhyme. Where the was slung, vanish every summer. Where the blue vans would come, we throw the work in the can and run. Where the plans were to get funds and skate up the set to achieve this goal quick. Faced with immeasurable odds, still I gave straight bets. Someone felt the most something and you nothing. Check. I'm from the other side where other guys don't walk too much. And girls from the projects went said we talk too much. So they ran up the time cause they sought them dudes to trust. I don't know what the they foul just like us. I'm from where the beef is inevitable. Summertime's unforgettable. Boosters in abundance. Buy half price sweater new. Your word was everything. So everything you said you do, you did it. Couldn't talk about it if you ain't living. I'm from where pull your card and argue all day about who's the best MCs. Biggie, Jay-Z and Nas. With Z-Ball and doves are at odds. At each other's throats for the love of foreign cars. The catch cases, hoping the judge R&Rs. But most times find themselves locked up behind bars. That all. I'm from where they ball and breed rhyme stars. I'm from Marcy, son. Just thought I'd remind y'all. Cough up a lung where I'm from. Marcy, son. Ain't nothing nice. Many places, but I'm Brooklyn's own. Cough up a lung where I'm from. Marcy, son. Ain't nothing nice. Many places, but I'm Brooklyn's own. Cough up a lung where I'm from. Marcy, son. Ain't nothing nice. Many places, but I'm Brooklyn's own. Cough up a lung where I'm from. Marcy, son. Ain't nothing nice.
So where you from?
I'm from a place where the church is the flakiest. And been praying to God so long that they atheists. Where you can't put your vest away and say you wear it tomorrow. Cause the day after we'll be saying, I was just with him yesterday. I'm a block away from, not enough away from straight. Yeah. You're laughing, you know the place well, with the base well. And government, politic they sells. Where we call the cops to 18, cause they hop out of vans and spray things. And life expectancy so low.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K.
You're always going to have people who don't believe that you're really good at what you do, you know, and that's probably more so because they haven't figured out how to be good at what they know or don't even know how to do, you know. So, you know, that's just what it is. You know, every level you reach, you're going to come against obstacles, and you have to combat those obstacles in order to move forward. It's almost like you're playing a video game, you know what I mean? And then the prize is your sanity. Word.
Ha! Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it. Ha 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 ha. Come on with it. Come on with it.
Me and you getting it on, don't even go there.
Come on with it.
Once I bring it to you, you won't be safe nowhere.
More levels, more devils. Diesel, airing out the stage like a Neville. Brother, leave you. Dot on your face for no good reason at all. We in a bad place. Ha, ha. Hip hop is separated by the nice and the nice not. Underground and I'm ice hot. What rap my age to keep the mic hot? Ha, ha. Couple hip hop butter beans. Big sluggers move with me, it's a gutter team. I love women who know the boom from the back. OG still could fill a room when he rap. Mike Blessing in a recession is food giving back to occupy labels that move, didn't wax now. Here come Bumpy on a primo track to represent hip hop from where we go back. Crap.
Come on with it.
Me and you getting it on, don't even go there.
Come on with it.
Cause you know what we got to do.
Come on with it.
Me and you get.
Come on with it.
Once I bring.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, land of the free
Welcome, everyone, to the sold-out Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. It's the home of the Lakers, where we're broadcasting live today for 2K Sports. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Now Golden State's starting five. We've got Thompson. Barbosa is out there with Steph Curry. Then there's Festus Ezeli, and it's Green in at the 4 spot. Here's Curry.
Kobe Bryant is such a great all-around player. I mean, if there's one thing people don't talk about, it's his passing. He's 4th overall in assists amongst active players.
The foul called on Festus Ezeli. That's his first foul. Thompson against Bryant. Feeds it to Randall, right wing. The foul called on Festus Ezeli. That's foul number 2 for him.
Kev, he needs to be more cautious. That's 2 fouls in less than 60 seconds.
Andrew Bogut checked in for Festus Ezeli. Clarkson kicks to Bryant to the inside. The Lakers working the ball around now. Just 5 to shoot. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. On its way from Curry for 2 off the left rim and out. On defense, the Warriors. And Kobe, here we go. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Kobe's got the first points of the night for the Lakers.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Now here's Curry. Pulls it up. And again, no good by Golden State. And so it's the Lakers with it. Bryant, that's for 2. Here's Randall, and it's blocked by Curry.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Again, Curry missing.
Not looking good for him so far. 4 straight misses to start the game.
On occasions last year, the Lakers were all right on offense. Other times, they were just stagnant. There was just no motion, nothing going on.
That's a great point. And their ball movement could use some work. A lot of ISOs last season, and it killed a lot of the flow the team had in the half court.
Well, that was very sloppy, untidy on that pass. It has to be a lot sharper than that.
Hibbert against Curry. Here's Randall, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Randall's got his first points of the game.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
The Warriors have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them.
You know, for the Lakers, they were okay in the assist department, guys, but they were dead last in the league in secondary assists. That, to me, is indicative of an inefficient offense and also a new stat category.
Now the pass to Bogut. Dishes to Curry. Back to Bogut. Shoots. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Bogut.
And for the Lakers and that secondary assist stat, that just means they aren't making the extra pass, or it means they are holding on to the ball too long. Either way, it hurts the offense.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Here's Hibbert, lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control a team's transition.
And the foul goes on Roy Hibbert. That is his first foul of the game. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Green, no luck.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
It's stolen by Bogut. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Robert Sacre, he's checked in for Hibbert. Bass comes in for Julius Randle. Nick Young's checked in for Bryant. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Jordan Clarkson. Spates checked in for the Warriors. Lou Williams won the Sixth Man Award last year, Clark in the NBA. He's not a playmaker, although he kind of plays that position a little bit. This guy scores the ball very well coming off the bench.
He really does. I mean, he looks like a guard because of his size, but he's truly an explosive scorer. And that's the strength of his game, and that's who he is and what he does.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Iguodala in for Leandro Barbosa. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
The Warriors making a switch here. Livingston's checked in. Russell dishes to Williams. Barnes grabs the miss.
You know, and when you look at Lou Williams, he's always had a shooting guard skill set in kind of a point guard's body. Now, he's not just a long-range bomber. He will attack the basket and earn his share of trips to the foul line. And that's where he's really deadly. 86% from the stripe last season.
Outside Curry. Shot clock at 6. Shot from the wing. Rebound the Lakers.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way. And, you know, back to Williams, sometimes it's better to own one thing, be a master at that, than try to fit a round peg into a square hole. I mean, he's not a really good passer. Never has been. That's not who he is. But he can heat up quickly as a scorer. And that's the side where you put jelly and butter on his toast.
And so it's the Lakers with it, following the score by Golden State. Russell with a wide open look. Connects from three-point range.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Warriors trail by 5. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing. And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing. Spacing.
And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
With some changes. Tarek Black, he's checked in for Sacre. Ryan Kelly comes in for Brandon Bass. And it's Bryant in for Williams. Here's Kelly. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Kelly's got his first points in this one. Clark, another milestone for Kobe Bryant last season. He reached 30,000 points and 6,000 assists, and no one else has ever done that.
Well, it's rare that you see scorers of that volume reach an assist total that high, but I think it speaks to Kobe's passing ability, which is undervalued and overshadowed at times.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And Kobe being Bryant, the only 30,000 point scorer to go along with 6,000 assists. You know, LeBron might be the next in line to join Kobe in that category.
This is Ely. He's checked in for Golden State. James Michael McAdoo comes in for Sean Livingston. .111 left in the first quarter of the game.
And for Kobe, people have always joked that he's a ball hog and only looks to score. Well, he's the only guy in the history of the league right now with 30,000 points to go along with 6,000 assists. So obviously gifted as a playmaker as well.
102 left here in the first quarter. Offensive rebound. Here's Kelly. But they get it back. Outside, Kobe. Iguodala with the steal. Curry against Russell. Shot, high post, and it's sent back by Russell. Here's Curry with the three. Here's Spates. And at last, they get one to fall. Spates has got his second bucket tonight. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Young outside. Lakers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Nick Young at the line for two.
That free throw good from Young. He doesn't get the second one. Here's Black. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Black's got his first 2 points of the night. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
They've got to start squeezing the orange, guys. I mean, it's that simple. That's 4 early turnovers they've racked up already.
Yeah, straight butterfingers going on today. They need to wake up and wake up soon.
Kobe misses.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the evening.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season.
And he's good on the second. Lakers leading by 7. Young passes to Bryant. The baseline jam. And the officials call a traveling violation. Here's Curry. Azili inside. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Lakers lead by 7. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. The second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another, as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end. Well, clearly the Lakers were not a great team. I mean, they did have one of their better bench units last season. They led the league in points off the bench, but that was more an indictment of the quality of the starters than the firepower of the bench.
Jordan Clarkson is out there with Lou Williams. Then it's Roy Hibbert. Then it's Randall. And it's Young in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State. Warriors trail by 7. Jacks up a 3. And again, no good by Golden State. Last year, the Lakers did have some firepower off the bench. A lot of players would see their roles shift during the year, as you might expect for a team trying to find the right combination.
Yeah, they were also near the top in the league in bench minutes played. So whether you start or come off the bench last year in L.A., you'll see plenty of action.
Brandon Bass is checked in for Roy Hibbert. The Warriors have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Here is Livingston. He's defended by Randall. Teardrop shot. No luck. And the Lakers take it the other way. 4-on-3 break. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 3. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Robert Sacre, he's checked in for Los Angeles. That'll be a 5-second call. Warriors trail by 7. Here is Livingston. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Clarkson. Stolen by Thompson. Down low. Here's Barbosa. Williams with the block. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Thompson for 3. The shot is off. And the Lakers take it the other way. Clark, remember a year ago, Klay Thompson was the subject of trade speculation, possibly, in fact, going to the Timberwolves for Kevin Love.
Yeah, in the end, the Warriors stood pat, and it was a controversial decision at that point, but I don't think there's any question it was a pretty good move for the Warriors right now.
Here is Livingston, following the bucket by the Lakers. Bogut down low, and so the ball out of bounds. Bogut touched it last. The Warriors making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. Los Angeles leading by 9. Here's Sacre. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Here's the Warriors with the ball. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here is Livingston. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Clock at 4. Soft touch off the glass.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
And Los Angeles guys shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Clarkson kicks to Bass. Pass to Clarkson. Just his first attempt. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Winning or not, it's not going to be a happy locker room when we get to halftime. I mean, they've had a lot of turnovers, and that's not acceptable.
You know they're going to hear about it at the half. Very fortunate to be leading this game at this point.
Ryan is checked in for the Lakers. Russell comes in for Jordan Clarkson. You can point to any number of things, Clark. The Warriors did well last year. Their play on the road being one of them.
Well, the Warriors were exactly road warriors all season long, partner. Hit the ground running and finished with the league best 28 road wins.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Green. Bass with it, picked up by Thompson. And Bass kicks to Williams. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
And for the Warriors, they would go on several road trips undefeated last season. Still, the only time they looked vulnerable were games on the road.
Timeout called the Warriors. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Some changes for Golden State. Ezeli's checked in for Bogut. Spates comes in for Draymond Green. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to Ezeli. It's picked off. Lakers leading by 7. Bass. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound are a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength just like that.
Yeah, he's an invaluable asset for them to have. No question about it.
Now here's Curry. That's good. Curry's got his second bucket of the night.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And Steph Curry, not just a superstar player, but one of the best contracts in basketball this year and next for under $24 million combined. And you can bet he's due for a major increase in pay when 2017 rolls around.
And for Stephen Curry, a value contract, but a growing list of endorsements. One of the top-selling jerseys in the league, a signature shoe deal. He's doing all right.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about it. He's got a Bible quotation on his wrist that says, "Love never fails." And that's how he approaches the game, with a true love and faith that his hard work is going to pay off.
Black, he's checked in for Brandon Bass. Andre Iguodala is checked in for the Warriors. Lakers leading by 7. Outside Bryant. Baseline J on the way. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Thompson.
Well, somehow the Lakers managed to avoid ending up in last place in the West last season. Only 21 wins for them on the season.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Bryant. And for the Lakers against the rest of the West last year, they only went 9-43, Greg, in their own conference matchups.
Yeah, and never a good sign when less than half of your wins come against your own conference. The Lakers know they have a long road ahead of them to get back to their years of Western Conference dominance.
Some nice passing by Golden State here. Here's Azili. He's guarded by Williams. Bryant drives in. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Bryant's got 6.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Now here's Barnes. He's covered closely. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Russell. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Los Angeles.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another thing they've done well, guys, this first half is challenge shooters and change shots. A bunch of block shots early.
Williams against Barnes. And the officials call a traveling violation. They're going to turn over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
You can't afford to be playing that loose right now.
Definitely not. I mean, things have to be tight. You want to be playing smart, high-level basketball. You don't want to be brain fading right now.
Williams against Barnes. Williams inside. There's the steal. Barnes dishes to Spates. Here's Azili, and that's going to be a travel.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
That's been the culprit, the turnovers. I mean, TOs, those kinds of mistakes have really kind of drained their confidence to this point.
The drive by Russell. And it's Spates with the rebound.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Well, you've got to simply value the possession. They've given up 6 points off turnovers this quarter alone.
And those points loom large, Clark, when you look at this deficit.
12 seconds left in the first half. The drive by Russell. Ball stolen. And we've reached halftime in this one. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 13. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, here with Stephen Curry. And
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They have a 13-point lead. Shaq, what you And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Warriors trail by 13.
Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. They've got Festus Ezeli. Steph Curry's out there with Barbosa. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Green in at the 4. Lakers leading by 10. The drive by Russell. Up and in on the layup. Russell's got 7 points in the game. Last season for the Warriors really dominated from beginning to end to lead the league and Greg, both offensive and defensive efficiency.
And Kevin, a lot of people knew the Warriors were good at offense. I mean, but they've been equally as good defensively over the past few seasons, kind of flying under the radar for whatever reason. Not the case going forward. And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old school coach who goes with his own perception.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. And former coach of the year Byron Scott now with the Lakers. And as you said, Greg, he's not an analytics guy. And Clark, I think he's a guy that the eye test for him is huge.
Yeah, he feels a lot. Terrific communicator and storyteller. Great experience as a player and as a champion. And I think that all is evident in his coaching style.
"16 feet away, and that's going to be too many steps." Gets the whistle on the travel. Timeout called the Warriors. 2 straight seasons of no playoffs for the Lakers after last year's miss. Not what they were hoping for.
It's going to be a growing process, Kevin. I mean, they had a young team and an injured superstar in Kobe both years. Hard to make the playoffs in that situation.
So far, his shot selection has been questionable. A lot of tough, contested shots. If I'm coaching, I might sit him down for a minute.
Warriors trail by 13. No one near Curry as he lets it go. It's good from long range. Curry's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Warriors.
And guys, for the Lakers, you'd have to go back almost 40 years to find a time when the Lakers missed the postseason in back-to-back years. Fortunately for them, they won 2 titles in the next 6 years after that.
Brandon Bass is checked in for Los Angeles. Williams comes in for Russell.
Lou Williams.
Stolen by Thompson. Green with the ball. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. And the Lakers making a change here. Young's checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. Bogut's checked in. Lakers leading by 10. Kicks it to Bass. Klay Thompson grabs the miss.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Golden State moving it around. Curry is inside. He's guarded by Bass. Curry's shot is good.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Young's shot is off.
And trying to come up with a highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it. And guys, it looked like Nick Young had finally put it all together. I mean, he had a huge campaign 2 years ago, signs a new 4-year deal. Then last year, disaster strikes. I mean, he provided very little to the team outside of shooting the basketball. And even with that, he dropped to a career worst, 37% from the field.
And the Lakers making a change here. Sacrae's checked in. Williams inside. Curry meets him. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Warriors trail by 8. Well, Greg, getting back to Young, it's tough to completely judge him on last year's numbers because he was fighting through knee injuries, ankle injuries, all kinds of things. Clark only played 42 games.
Yeah, but when he's right, he can light it up. I mean, he's a go-to scorer, but he just never got right last season. Yeah, that one put him over the limit, and if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
Los Angeles shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season. Take a look at what Kobe's done. He's got 8 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless.
Now here is Bogut. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, but one more advantage in the stat column, and that's what's translated to this lead.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
This lead is starting to crumble.
And it's going to disappear if they continue with the turnovers.
And the Warriors with some changes. Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Iguodala in for Klay Thompson. It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the final.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the finals. Impressive work.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And so here is Golden State. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. Curry against Williams. To the middle. And it goes. Time here.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Los Angeles leading by 7. Right side, Bryant. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. 10 points for Kobe Bryant.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
Well, taking a look at Lou Williams last year, kind of a typical year for him, a lot of scoring on bad efficiency.
Yeah, and for Lou, he did make it over the 40% field goal mark, but just barely.
Just barely, you're right. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
.139 left in the third quarter.
You know, with Williams, it's more about his ability to create his own shot than his efficiency. That's why he's best suited as a sixth man, in my opinion.
Now here's Williams after the miss from Stephen Curry. Here's Sacre. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
So it's the Lakers now after the miss from Stephen Curry. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And Williams certainly does personify that sixth-man role of instant offense, but it'll be hard to see him in the starting lineup with the way his shooting numbers are.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Randall's checked in for Bass. Clarkson comes in for Nick Young. And it's Russell in for Williams. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Golden State. Livingston comes in for Curry. Here's Sacre. Iguodala with the steal. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Iguodala. Roy Hibbert's checked in for the Lakers.
Roy Hibbert.
Go.
And the Lakers have possession. Russell. The half-court bomb falls off target. Warriors trail by 11. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Spates. And the Warriors miss again. Kicks it out to Iguodala. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. .12 seconds left to play here in the third. Now Barnes. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession.
Checking in for the Warriors, Klay Thompson.
And so here is Golden State. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to... And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Here is Bryant. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So the Lakers 5 right now. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Clark. Is out there with Russell, and it's Hibbert in at the 5 down low. That'll be a 5-second call.
Yeah, foolish play. He's got to be thinking out there.
Which he clearly wasn't on that play. Or maybe he was thinking just about something other than basketball.
Well, speaking of thinking, back home, guys, we call that a good old-fashioned brain freeze.
There's the double team with Bogut, and there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him. Stephen Curry, he's checked in for the Warriors.
Substitution for the Warriors. Stephen Curry.
Picked by Randall. Randall with a screen for Russell. To the inside. Curry with the steal. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
Lakers ball.
The Warriors making a switch here. Green's checked in. Los Angeles leading by 11. Russell kicks to Hibbert. Now here's Clarkson, covered by Barbosa. The drive by Russell. And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Nick Young's checked in for Bryant.
Nick Young.
Here's Clarkson, and he goes in for the dunk.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong and attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Kept alive. They set the pick. Thompson in the corner. Tries again. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his second personal foul.
Well, from the moment he stepped into the league, Klay Thompson was lights out in terms of shooting. Clark, he has never had a problem knocking one down.
Well, the first player in league history to notch 500 made threes in his first 3 seasons in the league. That is remarkable.
That free throw good from Thompson.
And for Thompson, his three-pointer was his calling card early on, but I love the way he's expanded his game every season. He's become a very good defender and broadened his offensive game as well.
Now, here is Young. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Just over a minute played here in the fourth.
You know, and speaking of Thompson expanding his game, he's also come out of his shell a little bit. Very quiet early on, but he has gotten more and more comfortable in the league and becoming more outspoken.
The drive by Russell. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Warriors trail by 8. Curry outside. Again, Curry missing.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Now, here is Young, and Leandro Barbosa gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game. Clarkson with the ball. Working on Thompson. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. And the Lakers making a change here. Williams is checked in.
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
Timeout called the Warriors. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He doesn't think they've been giving it their all, saying they've been quicker to rebounds, to every loose ball. We gotta wake up. The game's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We have got to take control of this thing. We'll see if he lit a fire under him, guys.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
It's Thompson off the drive. Here's Iguodala. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. And for Andre Iguodala, last year was a first in 758 games. Up until then, he had not once ever come off the bench.
Yeah, he'd been a starter throughout his 10-year career, every single game, Kevin. Then last year he came off the bench in every game. Big adjustment for the veteran, but he made it well.
And so he makes both from the line.
And getting back to Iguodala last season, not only did he come off the bench for the first time ever, but he really thrived in doing so. Playing the fewest minutes per game of his career, he was able to avoid some of the nagging injuries that had plagued him in the past. And so he could stick around to help the Warriors assemble that franchise record of 67 wins last season.
Now here's Kobe. A second chance effort. He lays it in. And the Lakers lead by 10.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the holes in the defense and really doing a great job of exploiting them.
You know, for Iguodala at this point in his career, it's just about winning. He's had a couple of large contracts. He's made multiple All-Star teams, but now it's about rings for him. And he got one.
Poked loose and stolen by Barnes. Thompson. Oh, look out, and then you throw up stuff like that. You go, oh my, how does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini. Here's Randall, and the layup's good off the glass.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Greg, simply controlling the glass. I mean, plus 10 is the advantage in rebounds right now.
They get the rebound. Here's Barnes. Another shot. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Some changes for Golden State. Bazili's checked in for Bogut. Green comes in for Thompson. And Curry subbed in for Barnes. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Russell against Iguodala. Iguodala with the steal. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. Now just a 5-point Laker lead.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Warriors trail by 5 and stolen by Hibbert. And here's Kobe, knocked loose. It's stolen by Green. Here's Curry with the 3, and that one's good. Curry's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Warriors.
I guess he just needed a little break because since halftime, he's been raining triples.
Bryant can't get it to go.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Yep, and the results on the scoreboard are attributed to how they've been out-rebounded thus far.
Clarkson, he's tagged in for the Lakers. Got a piece of it. Here's Green. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep.
And Bryant wide open. He shoots. Hits the jumper in space. And the Lakers lead by 4. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Lakers?
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second-chance points.
Curry with the steal. There's the feed to Rush. Oh, and he can't cap off the break.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
And a wide open look for Iguodala. Buries it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Iguodala has been fantastic.
They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession. It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
When they foul intentionally, they're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're down by 4. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. .17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Curry outside. It's rebounded by Roy Hibbert.
And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. He knows how to bother even the best shooters without being overly aggressive.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're losing by 6. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
Yeah, it's no-brainer, partner. I mean, that's their only choice. Shoot the 3 and hopefully get it down and then foul.
And it's out of bounds, and they say last touch by Bryant.
Timeout.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're behind by 4. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
I mean, it's iffy that there's enough time to even get a quick shot and a foul.
I agree with you. Time is not on their side, but that's really their only hope, so I'm sure that's what they'll try to do.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans.
Kevin, thank you. Kobe, obviously a great win. You guys played formidable team defense out there.
We did a good job controlling the pace. They made some tough shots from the three-point line. But all in all, we can live with that. We can live with contested shots from the perimeter.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
All right,
the 2K Sports post-game show.